get to know that again. See later, pose a few questions, once again directly. What you know was correct. Yes?
I'm not getting you properly.
I said I'm posing a few questions. You answer them directly so that you don't take a long time. Correct?
Yes,
You told this one about what? You were testifying. But when Mr. Alai brought you his work, and I quote, when I checked through, there was nothing to comment about the work, and I printed it. Is that correct? And you printed it and called him to sign it.
yes,
So in your view, the work was so accurate.
yes, ma'am.
When you are alone, let's go through it and check if it is actually. Let's start at page 55. We have the report. And I want to put this report so that the court is able to inform. State should have enough resources to any copies are available. So, I don't know who can supply this. The court needs the copy, so let's supply this one. Unless it, wait. Give the court order. I read the court order you have stepped up. Commission, you can hand it over. When you look at that page 55, in the middle, below that bold part, I didn't enter, so that little part. Are you there? Before that little part after that bold word, I entered. I didn't enter. Page 55, my lord. Page 55.
Okay.
Page 55, and line 1, 2, 3, and where it ends there. On line 3. Kurvata munyambe. Tinkuvasa, okay, start from up. Tinkuvasa kurvata munyambe. Mumpembe, omusai gwambwamu. Omusai gwambwamu. And when you read my road, line 1, 2, 3, my road starts from line 2. After I did enter, there's a bold word there. So line 1, line 2. So I started from that last line. That last one, Tinkubas, that one, T-I. So then I went down. So it says Tinkubasa. Maybe you read better than I do. Can you please read for us that part? Start from Tinkubasa.
Kimbasa Kulaki, Robert, Munyambe Muhimbe, Musai Bam.
Just stop there. Now, How does that, you translate what you have just read to quote? From in English.
I cannot walk because blood is out of my body.
Would that be my blood is finished? That would be my blood is finished? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. My blood is finished. Yes. Now, when you watch exhibit, prostitution exhibit 48, when you watch prostitution exhibit 48, at minute 36, that sentence is even not finished. She says in that video, he says in that video that she, madam, or her boss, his boss, sorry, says, my blood is finished and I am going to die. And that statement is neither there in your Toro here, neither is it there in your English translation. Is that correct?
My Lord, that would have been an omission.
What is the answer? My answer is it correct? He says in that statement, my blood is finished and I am going to die. So that last part is neither here, because this one of my blood is finished is here, and the one of and I am going to die is neither in your Toro and is neither in your English translation. Is that correct?
I captured what was said in the video.
What I am saying is that this statement I'm giving you is in the video. So my Lord, we can request for prostitution exhibit number 48, and we only play that 1 minute at minute 36, because that is there, so that then you can say whether you captured what is there or not.
It's a flash disk.
Flash disk. He has said he has no answer. I wanted her to confirm if it's correct, then we don't play. But the witness has said, I only translated what is in the video. And now I am saying what is in the video was not translated. If the witness says so, because for me...
He said so, my Lord. He said so, my Lord, that it would have been an omission.
But is it an omission? It is an omission. So I don't. So it is, go to the English version down, so that now we can get a correct reading of that translation. Just the second last sentence, beginning with she. Okay, start from the woman. The third last sentence from down. Because now we want to see how it would read. That's why I wanted us to watch so that we are on the same page. We are checking together, you know. So read for us that now.
The woman said, though, that she was unable to walk, she requested to be lifted, that she had overblood.
Now we have read that sentence is incomplete. Can you, now that we know what is there, can you now complete this so now we have a correct sentence? That she had?
Overblood?
No. Remember we have said my blood is finished. And I am going to die. So now, this is now complete that sentence. How should it read?
The woman said, though, that she was unable to walk, she requested to be lifted, that she had overplayed, and I'm going to die.
I'm not forcing. She has told us that some parts are missing. And we are trying to amend so that we get a correct way. That's what we are doing. And that's why I wanted to play the video, because then you will see. She can be able to translate for us in the video.
She's saying that she's going to die is what is going to be added.
Yes.
She remember okay, whether that is what was saying.
Let's watch that part. Much obliged, man.
Nakwatira haseni hashanu akagenda nakwatira hasi ego nindogo yakira mukisenge yagenda nakwatira ekisenge.
So, Amanyire here describes what is Amanyire talking about here? What is he talking about? What is the interpretation of that?
I'm not a very good interpreter, my lord. I can translate.
Oh, sorry.
Transcribe.
Wow.
They are different.
I'm using the words interpretation. What can you transcribe for us? Translate for us.
For itself, my lord.
No, the English version. Okay, do you have an English version of that? Where is the English? That is the rhetoric. Where is the English of that?
It is supposed to be on 76, which is not here, my lord.
So your answer is that the translation of this
Yeah.
is what is supposed to be on page 76 and it's not there. Now, because we need this translation, can you translate for us? Because for me, let me give you Amanire in the video which I watched. He describes More crawling on her fingers, on her hands, and demonstrates so, using her hands to support herself, even on the wall, and then making marks with her hands in her blood, on the floor.
You have rightly said so, my lord.
So my translation is actually correct.
Nonsense. You have this in your head. What is saying? Is this what she said in Luton?
Yes, this is what he said in Luton.
This is the version.
Omuntu wena bw'obafiira okutanga kandi n'agenda omusajja okugenda kandi omuntu agenda n'akwatira ha bwegi habwokuba ngahika ha bwegi nkareeba obwegi bukwasireho yagenzire oba akabuuku oba agenda n'akwata habwokuba nkareeba nk'obaaba n'agenda n'akwata tinkumanya nkukwesagamo ekabiri nyingi habisenge hari nkarola omuntu agenzire n'akoraki n'akwatira habisenge hansi hanu akagenda n'akwatirira hansi eiguru ningira bweyahikire habisenge agenda n'akwatira ebisenge.
So, you translate what is he saying? Or my translation is correct, then we will call the other.
Yeah.
Mine is correct?
Like any,
Okay, you translate.
like any other person, when they die during the accident and the blood flows, and also when the person goes, when the person is moving, trying to support themselves, leaning on the wall, leaning on the doors, When I reached at the door, I found blood with the fingerprints. Because when I saw the blood, you can see that while she was moving, following the blood that was too much, the whole wall, I saw like the person was trying to support themselves on the wall. Also down here, I saw he was trying to support herself down here. Then on the wall, I think when she reached this wall, she tried to support herself on this wall.
There is that part about Owara. I didn't hear that in English. Owara, doesn't it mean, what does Owara mean?
Owara is the other fingers, and I said so.
What were the fingers doing here? Will you tell us what?
They were trying to support, she was trying to use her fingers to support herself on the wall.
And the hands, there is a hand.
I also said it. She also tried to support herself from down. But when she reached up here, when she reached the room,
On the wall,
then,
like saying,
when she reached near the wall, then she also
try to support herself on the wall. And left blood marks there.
Yes, please.
Fingerprints had blood.
Yes, my Lord.
And my Lord, I pray that we just pray, then just at minute 54, still just 1 minute. That's that part.
So atugambire epeegi ya 76 teri mu transcript. Then yatugamba wetakumanya nti amanyire George nti nawe al'omu aba kuvunaanyizibwa mu kooti ya musango guno. Then yatugamba nti translation yabiri bye wabalize mu Lunyoro nti supposed kuba a page ya 76 mu Lujungu kyonka kibiri mu Munanka mu transcription. So nibyo bajja tulayingirawo na dakika ya 5-9.
She was supporting herself on the wall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My Lord.
Fingerprints or fingerprints.
She left, according to his statement, she left the fingerprints. She left the fingerprints with blood on the wall.
Also that context, I think.
Yeah.
Interpret what the witness is saying.
Yeah.
The witness is saying, when I came into the room, this is what I saw, and that's what she's interpreting. What Amanyere is telling us that when I walked into this room, I saw the person had puta. What is puta in English? Puta. What he just said there. What
Puta is like,
That's like, she had mentioned fingerprints, so I was, so you saw, you
I
saw,
read.
you saw prints of her hand,
according
not
to him.
fingerprints.
Yes, the prints of her hand. Yes. The interpretation was fingerprints. my lord. The interpretation, they say fingerprints, but they are not fingerprints. They are prints. Her palm, her palm. Yes, my lord.
On the wall
On the
and on the floor.
on the floor, yes, the blooded floor.
Thumbprints. Handprints.
Palm, my lord. Palm. Yes. On the floor, that's what he's describing here. They were on the floor, and when she reached the wall, she tried to support herself on the wall, thereby leaving those.
Where are you getting that?
And that's what he's doing. That's what she said. Mr. Morgan, that's what she has
No,
said.
we don't want you to justify. If you can, my lord, if you can do the cross-examination and the answers come naturally, I'm getting discomfort with him providing the answers. Because what is supposed to happen? His role should be ask questions and the answers are solicited.
So she's giving
Yes,
us the answers.
I get disturbed when he tries to provide the answers himself as an advocate.
So the translation was, like any other person, when they die during an accident and the blood flows, and also the person is moving, trying to support themselves, leaning on the walls and doors. When I reached on the door, I found blood in the palm prints where she was trying to support herself with her hands. When I saw the blood, you can see that when she was moving, following the blood, that was too much. I saw like the person was trying to support themselves on the wall. Also down here, I saw that the person was trying to support themselves down also. Also when she reached this wall here, she tried to support her. So what do you mean, what did he say about trying to support themselves down here?
She was crawling
Is it there?
down.
What does
Let
it
us see what
mean?
he says.
Akagenda na kwa hands.
Yes.
They are different from flow.
My lord, I think my colleague needs to explain his answer.
You know, Mr. Jet is
Hasi hands akagenda na kwa hands.
Meaning what? What does Akagenda? Meaning what? It means in Rutoro that is what? Crawling.
Exactly. That's me. I know where my colleague is getting the answer. But the hands is crawling, my lord. That's what it is.
Akagenda na kwa saying.
So my lord, the witness has answered that what the hands, the person was crawling.
Let us see. Let's be guided also by the demonstration. Let us see. Let us see the demonstration.
It's crawling. They are uncomfortable. You started from five. But I'm the one reading. What's your things? I want to minute 54. You guys. Are you going to be? I'm the one reading. Yes, I'm the one reading these things. I'm cross-examining. So go to minute 54. That is allowed. It is allowed. You go to minute 54 and then we see the demonstrations of what was happening. And you will tell us what a hand then you are answering. You have
Haiguru ubikiwa mahali bila fundo bisenge inakwatira ebisenge tuvi tuseko walimu
ariko wabulile kintu kikutera ng'emyasi ez'obere
He mentioned the hands, that's why she's describing the hands are. And the translation in the Rutoro is there. It has the word a hands honey. It is here, a hands honey. What is it? It says a hand's hand was touching, and then when he reached the saying, his toes were cut on the wall. And you say it in your interpretation here in the Torah. What is not there is that it is missing, and that's why our Lordship was asking, a hands means what? What they were doing a hands, and then you say rolling, which is the right thing. So I don't know why they were forcing you to abandon.
The witness clarified. Have you said?
A hands.
So what is the translation
For a hands.
Over hands, yes. Hands hand akagenda na kuatira hands.
Meaning what? She went when
When touching.
down. She went so fast. I don't know in other languages, but in my language, crawling and holding down are together. So what the hands is what? In plural, what is crawling?
What are the hands?
In plural, or in plural, what is crawling? In plural, what is crawling?
Nuko kugenda na kuatira hands.
The answer.
So that person was trying to support themselves down here while touching down. Yes.
And when she reaches the wall,
No, that one, the one which the word was waiting. She was going to support herself down here while she was moving while touching down. Is that it?
No, madam.
The witness has described, this is the third, fourth time, I'm sure the recording will show, that touching down is rolling in her hands, and the palms were there. Actually, the witness is describing the palms in the blood that were left on the floor and on the wall.
That the person was trying to support themselves down
Down here.
with her hands.
While crawling. That's what she said. While crawling. Hello, this is the truthful witness. Let's hear from her. Let's hear from her. This is not a police person.
Are you trying to say that police persons are not true?
No, I have said so before here. I have said, I'm not trying, I have said so. That they are not truthful. And even the ones who will come and
Okay. Also, when she reached this wall here, she tried to support herself with her hands. Okay?
yes,
Is that it? And also, when she reached this wall here, she tried to support herself with her hands.
that's where it ends. Then we go to the missing page, which is
So, is this what you read in English? What is on page 76?
page 75.
75.
So it's not.
So you also, when you go to page 77, you see that up there in bold, and I wrote, the court is talking, it starts with, can you read from the bold, just the two bold letters?
77?
77 years.
I said it took 3 seconds after they stopped fighting. Then, in a duration of about 5 seconds, the one that was followed.
Okay, you can stop there. So you can see that translation. Am I right to say that that translation of English has no literal version it is translated?
It is on the other missing page.
Oh. Well, is it there? It's not there. We can ask where is it?
The missing page.
No, this translation, the
This
one
one?
you put, has no literal version that it is translating. I know that.
So, we're on page 77.
77, yeah, my lord, yeah, the top part, my lord, the
Yes.
two sentences which are in bold.
Yes.
And my lord, the English is translating
What it should have been in.
in literal. And I am saying this part here, we have already seen the other one that's not there, and we have gotten the English translation. I was asking the witness, is this is this English version translating anything? In the Rhetorical version, is it there or it's not there?
It is there.
No. So where is it? Which one is translating what? The second, there should be a rhetorical and then the translation. A rhetorical, a translation. So is it there or it's not there? We can move.
It is there, I think, my Lord. It was also brought down by mistake, but it is there.
It was brought down when
It is here. Zari dakika nkibiruka esatu.
so this should have been at the top. Is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
it is there.
Is that the same?
It is. Arapo second zinga done.
So my Lord, maybe the witness can read it. Mr. Medi, you please, Mrs. Medi, apologies. Zari, you read that AG. What is AG saying? I'm a new Jew.
Zari mudakika dakika ya ibiri kufika wiki isatu. Vitu mudakika ezo, then harabaho second zinga itano.
So now, you are saying that the interpretation for that is what is up there. Are you saying that? Is that what you're saying? Because we could go to the English now. If it's not there, it's not there. But let's go to the upper one. That first, that bold one. Because the first one talks about stopped fighting. And here in this one of Rutoro, there is no fighting. Correct?
I think, my Lord, this translation exactly is not there.
So the material, the raw material for this English version is the one which is not.
The translation is the one which is not there. The English is there, but the translation is not there.
So what were, they were translated from Rutoro to English.
Transcribing,
They were
yes,
transcribing, so it is the Rutoro version
which is not
which is
there.
not
So it's the raw material, I'm not shipping, right? It's the raw material which is missing.
Mhm.
You go to page, let's say, again move backwards, page 51 and 52. One and 52. When you look at page 51, which has the Rutoro version, please look around there. They talk about picking the keys of the car keys from the bedroom. Correct? That entire story is around the key to the bedroom, how somebody entered the bedroom to pick the keys. Correct? Correct? But you can finish reading. It's okay. Yes, Ms. Linda. This paragraph, this entire total on page 51 talks about picking the key.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Now, look at the translation on page 52. In the middle there, you begin with the word where Patricia was. Patricia in the middle from line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Line 7 from up. Page 52. The translation of that, the transcription. Sorry, let me take the transcription of that. Correct? Are you there? Can you read for us from Patricia, just that sentence, up to room? Read for us that part.
Patricia was left first.
No?
That's right.
No, Patricia was the first. There, that part. Line 11.
Patricia was the first to see her. Then she told Martha, and they rushed to get the key to the bedroom.
Very good. Let's stop there. So, does this translation, is this translation born out of the other rhetoric? Because there we are talking about keys. Here you have introduced the key to the bedroom. Because there you talk about a solution. Here it's one key.
Line 10, where they talked about the,
Yes, sir.
which line did they talk about one key on page 51?
My lord, on 51 they talk about keys. I think my understanding of Yoshumuruzo are keys. But on 51, on 52, there is a key to the bedroom. Now this is specific. Because what they seem to have been talking about in that tutorial on 51 are keys to the car. But now she talks about a key to the bedroom and then opening the bedroom. So it creates an assumption, like the key was somewhere and the bedroom was locked and somebody got the key and opened the bedroom. This is what that 52 is, or when you read it, that's what it reads like. When you continue there after Martha, after Patricia. When Patricia opened the bedroom, now that's followed by, before that is the key, and that's my word. It's not a correct version. And that's why I wanted her to clarify.
As I see on page 51, they mention a key to also, and on page 10, and then somewhere else, they also mention
Yes, my lord. Here they are many. This one, my lord, the second paragraph, the second last sentence on page 51 talks about kupikinga ebisumuruzo. So ebisumuruzo is guru. There are many keys.
What was the context of the Kisumuruzo on page 11, on line 11?
Yes. Now the kisumuruzo here, it creates an impression that somebody came with the key and opened the bedroom because the bedroom was locked. Yet these other keys talked about here, when you even watch the video, they are the keys to the car. That Patricia rushed to the bedroom. Yes, ma'am, I'm telling you about the video. I am watching. Patricia rushed into the bedroom, picked the keys to the father's car, and then rushed in.
Can we watch
The keys.
where there is page 51 and 52 and the next makes us.
So maybe my road didn't really perfect speed. We have the key to the bedroom and keys to the car, and then before that.
It's 51 is a
You know, really, I know the things where I have interest. That one is their problem. But because the other one was at page 50, at minute 54, this seems to have been slightly earlier. So the other one was page 73, so this is earlier. So we start at page 50. I mean at minute 50 and see. That she can clarify what it is from here.
They also mention key and keys.
Yeah, even in English, we are talking of the picked keys.
Yes.
And here is El Shumuruzu.
Yes.
So where is the difference?
The question is that these keys from the witness for one, are they for the car or for the bedroom? Because the impression at page 52 is that there was a key to the bedroom and the bedroom was locked and somebody picked the key and opened it. When you read 52, it leaves no doubt in your mind. And yet when you watch the witness, so let's check at around minute 33. We started 1:33. But my issue and the question to you, Mr. Miller, is there a key to the bedroom? The answer is yes. It's no. A key to the bedroom. That's what you are saying. Even the electoral version of that. So she's the one who watched the video and watched it with many people. She never said that.
Sasa yale ya zaidi sio kujijuka kurudi konkuye kuulizia polisi nawe tutaya polisi kinene yesiema
Wamalizia baba.
Maize batamu bakabuza mama yakati indagami yangu mambo yalikudi yaburungu leo lema na msego kwa chini kuna wale mzaa bali kabisa nao kan wezini wiko bali sikinga nika kwa kama ile mchina zero wewe ndio kwa zero msai ndio kwa follow kwa msai hasa mchina zero warusi kishaka kunayo kwa kuifangisha na masi kwa kuzisha bei kasiji mwingine kuja kwa kaha msingi no kwenye isumuruzo Christian huyo anaweza kupeleka mfunguo.
So my road that's minute 34, 20 seconds. So you can pause here. This instrument, have you heard? Okay. Have you heard?
Yes.
Very good. So what is the witness saying in the Torah? Then you interpret for us. What you heard there?
What I had there, yeah, in rhetoric. So I say it in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told them that mom was in the bathroom when they saw blood on the floor flowing from the bedroom. They followed the blood trail and found their mom in the bathroom. Patricia was the first to see her. She then took Martha and they rushed to get the key to the bedroom.
Can we play that part again? Please listen here. The key to the bedroom. No. You listen. Don't read. Listen. Listen.
Because
Listen,
the
listen.
translation of Rutoro
Listen,
here.
listen. Listen to this raw material here. Because we have already found that there are some issues. So our Bible is this one. So let's listen to this thing here.
It is where my Lord.
Don't worry. We shall get where we want to go. Can you just go to the second?
Sasa ongea ya hivi sio kuijuka kurudi onkoye kugizia polisi nawe tutaweza polisi chibezi yenu
Abayiziye bakora
bayiziye bakora bakabuza mama yabaje ingagamba yangwa mambo ya kuli ya bongo leo lema na msingi wala kwa chini bongo bongo akibuza bali kwa na kwa wazini wiko bali kinga ipa kwa sababu ndio mchana vile wewe wa juu msai ndio wakaforo kwa msai hasa mchana vile warusi bishaka bayo kwa baye kambi na mas wa muziki bayo kasiji ngero kuja kwa raha msingi no kuhitaji kusumuruzu
Beiza umkisenge. You said that in Rutoro before you interpreted. Beiza umkisenge to do what? Ukoreji? Very good. And you now interpret that in English because that's what we call it. Beiza umkisenge bihayo ekisumuruzu. Interpret that. They rush. Okay. Louder?
Yeah. They rushed to get that key. They rushed to get that key to the bedroom.
To or from? Listen, don't read. They rushed to get the key to the bedroom or from the bedroom. Listen. You said you had. And you told you said it now the interpretation is different. There is no problem, Mr. Mwagari. Calm down. Can we hear?
Did you hear?
Did you hear Ms. Musimenta?
Did you hear?
Stop reading.
Yes.
Here.
What has just been?
Yes, my
I
husband.
thought I proposed that we pray.
Yes.
And when we are praying, our colleague should keep quiet and the witness follows.
I wish you were taking my instructions. Madam Musimenta.
Mr.
na kwa wazini wiko basi kinga
She's
kwa
reading.
sababu ndio mchana vile
The witness under too much pressure.
Let's listen to this.
The world is not closing in now.
Who has said it is?
But the pressure is too much on the witness. Let the
Council,
witness be
let's
free.
proceed. You listen and then you will tell us what is
Too much
the
pressure. It has no pressure. You are the one feeling the pressure.
Council.
abayiziye bakora
bayiziye bakora bakabuza mama yabaje ingagamba yangwa mambo ya kuli ya bongo leo lema na msingi wala kwa chini bongo bongo akibuza bali kwa na kwa wazini wiko bali kinga ipa kwa sababu ndio mchana vile wewe kwa waziri msai ndio maforo kwa msai hasa mchana vile marusi bishaka nayo kwa baye kambi na mas wa muziki bayi kasiji ngero kuja kwa raha msingi kun no kuhitaji kusumuruzu Christian yeye anaweza kupeleka mkubwa.
Did you hear Ms. Musimenta? Can you tell us what you heard in Rutoro? In Rutoro and in English?
She then told Martha, and they rushed to get the key to the bedroom.
Is that what you're reading or what you're buying? Because we told you to hear.
No, but that's what
I've heard. I have
we've
heard.
repeated it several times.
What the witness is saying is not what she interpreted.
But the actual key they were picking was for that very bedroom.
No, but how can you pick the key to the bedroom in the bedroom?
That is what
It is the key from the bedroom. Please listen. You say you are reading. Listen. And we agreed that you cover that document. And listen. Because you are not helping court. And you are very helpful witness. Please listen. It's a
She
second.
has listened, but she has consistently said it's the key to the bedroom.
Yes, and that's
And
what
we have
they
heard
had
several
them to
times
do.
that she said it's the key to the bedroom. And that is her answer. Yes.
But the video is there. When we are listening to, somebody cannot tell us this is black and we have white. And then we say that's the answer. Let's move on. We can't do that. The witness should help us now.
Because in this context, the room,
My Lord, may
I
I?
don't know whether I can interpret, the room in this context was the bedroom.
The room
Whether
in that context
it
was
is the bedroom, whether it is from or to, the key remains for this bedroom.
But is it from or to?
The context.
My Lord, may I request that this must be taken out from the witness? That question is played, she listens, and then she answers the question.
So the problem he's having with from that portion is that he feels that what is transcribed is not what is being said in the raw material.
That's correct.
Yes. You want her to listen
Yes, my
to the raw material first. No. Maybe it will now be played since it is now.
For the last time.
Yes.
Kumalizia baba.
Baizia batamu bakaweza mama yakati ingagamba yangwa mambo yakudi yabongo ngole la hana msiba la kachi mkoma udongo kutuza kwa kabu na wakati mwezini yuko kwa kinga nika kwa kama mtendo china hiyo wewe ndio kwa sababu msai ndio hapo kama msai hasa mchina kule warusi bishaka kwa hiyo kwa kabaye kangi namasi wanguzi ngai kasipiji ngiro kuja kwa kaha msenge no kwenye kisumuzo kisha ni mwanzo kwa
What have they said? What have they said in return? Saying it to do what?
They are going to pick the key.
Very good. From where? They are going
The
to?
bedroom.
Very good. From.
Yeah, they are going to pick the key from the bedroom, but in that
Very
section,
good.
it is, even if you said that, my Lord, I've not gotten the problem on 45 you were trying to show me.
We are not raising the problem.
Okay, that I don't know whatever mistake.
There is no proceed. Let's proceed here. We are not mistakes.
44?
Some of the things we are highlighting them because you did something. 46, 44, sorry.
44.
Yes. When you read that translation at page 44, Amanyire is saying on the top there that it is More's blood trail that led her where he was. Correct?
What is that? Page what?
Page 44, my lord.
Which part?
I finished 44. That the English version, the bold things, the highlighted ones. 44, yes. Page 44. The person we are talking about, yeah, you can later examine and say where did you get more when I reached, I saw a trail of blood. Because he starts, of course she raised her voice because I was there. She didn't know where I was. I came running toward the bedroom. But when I reached, I saw a trail of blood from the room towards another room. I heard her calling me. in a low voice. So my question to you, here Amanyire is saying that it is the trail of blood that led her where the boss was.
My lord, where is that here? Because this
You need to
witness
answer
can-
the question.
Even
My lord,
if it is answered.
my lord, I think these objections of
The questions, which are objections that seek to volunteer answers, my lord, must seriously be avoided. If there is a legal issue they
I'm
have,
trying to read what
Yes.
you are asking.
yes.
I've not even completed
Because
the
she raised
voluntary
her voice.
answer.
You read from, of course, she raised her voice
Yes.
because I was downstairs. She didn't know where I was. I came running towards her bedroom, but when I reached, I saw a trail of blood from the room towards me.
Yes.
And I had her calling me again, but there were no voice this time.
Yes.
What is your question?
And then I said, when I followed the blood, it was going up to the bathroom where she was. Now my question is, in this paragraph here, Amanyire is saying that it is a trail of blood that led her to where where A1
The
was,
voice was.
where the voice was.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is what Amanyire is saying.
We're objecting to the use of
The
your-
name, okay. The voice that called you.
The voice is not mine, it's somewhere.
I'm not saying
They
it's.
can deny her intelligence, but they exist. So is that what Amanyire is saying? Is this one?
Yeah.
Maybe you play back.
No, this interpretation.
The interpretation.
This English I have just read at the same time. Amanyire is saying this is so. My question: Amanyire in this statement is saying he followed the trail of blood to lead her to where the voice which was calling him was. Correct? Mm-hmm.
It's according to the transcription.
Yes.
It's the trail of blood that led Amanyire to the voice.
The voice which was calling.
That-
Yes,
What-
my lord.
When you read the page 39, which has some Rutoro 38 and 39, you will see some missing translation. Look at where you say A, the bold, page 39, the bold part. It was for the man, my boss Henry Katanga. A. Was his voice Henry Katanga? So I don't understand that whole thing.
Which page is that?
I wrote it is 39. Read 39.
Ah,
So last voice, I am asking Kayenji, who are you? What do you want? When she said, that is when she said, I am Martha. She didn't say her name, Kayenji. That was the man to do what? So in another translation you had, so this is missing. Where when Amanyire is telling you what the voice from inside the room of Henry Katanga said, in another page it is correct, here it's different. Is this different from the one on another page, or it's the same thing?
I think you have pardoned my lord.
This page here, that translation,
On page 13.
on 39,
Yes, my
simply
lord.
doesn't make sense. But it seems to try to interpret when the knocking on the door and what they had from inside the room. Because on another page it is clear. So which one is this? Where is it going through? Because when you go to the previous page 38, it is very clear. He was quiet. I only heard his voice because they asked Amanyire, was the man talking? The question up there. They asked him. But during the fight, did you hear the man talk at any time, or he was quiet all through while beating? And then his answer is down here. Correct? His answer is A. He was quiet. I only heard his voice when he was asking Kayenji. And these were his questions. What do you want? Because he was the one beating the woman. The person who was beating the woman was the last voice to do what? Then it breaks there, then it goes behind there. So is that translation in line with the Toro? Because when you read the Toro version, it doesn't make sense.
My Lord, when you follow the video clearly, this was repeated the way I translated it. It was repeated from the interview. Yes. So that's why I also repeated it this way.
Okay. It was repeated. Okay.
Yeah.
So lastly, just my two last questions. You viewed that video. How many, because initially you said you watched it with the police person who had brought it in the residence. Correct? Was that police woman from Vivian?
No, my Lord.
Was it Obama Emmanuel?
I can't recall the name, but we listened to it together because in the translation, in the request letter, we usually get challenges when these request letters come, and they don't rhyme with what they have given us on the CD, flash disks, or otherwise. So we did it to ascertain the content he had brought, and the length, of course, the duration.
Okay. So let's go. Did you note that in this video there were 3 different episodes of attacks, of beatings? They beat, they stop, another episode beats and stops, another episode beats and stops. Did you note that?
My Lord, I didn't go to those details because that was not part of what I was supposed to do.
Okay. See what you did. Look at what you did at page 25. When you go to the literal words, you will find that Amanyire repeatedly in all of those 3 episodes of beating, one at page 25, he uses the word oktura. Somehow interchangeably with the Katanga or what. What do those 2 words mean?
My Lord, I translated exactly what he said. Oktura is crying.
What about, would they mean also screaming?
It depends.
Oktura is, let us confine ourselves to the words that interviewee used.
Yes.
What words did the interviewee use?
Oktura.
And oktura means
Ukura.
what?
Crying.
What is the word for screaming?
Kutoka. Yes.
That's what you told me.
I'm not, but I understand.
Okay, would this also mean wailing?
Okuchura kubakuru, kura. Crying is crying. Yelling is yelling. Yelling, you make that noise, but you're not crying per se.
So
That's what I perceive.
She's hardly yelling.
wailing, my lord, is what she's going to do. So let me maybe put it this way.
According to me, my Lord, Okchura is crying. The rest of the word My Lord is trying to put in my mouth, I don't.
So the witness, the
Because
person
there
who
is
was
only
interviewed, the person who was interviewed used the word of Judah.
Yes,
Let's confirm us.
yes, my Lord.
Now, if I am at somebody's at the gate outside there, if I hear me, if you hear, you can hear me from the parking. Somebody's in the parking and they can hear me here. What would you be hearing? Can I cry and hear me? I would have to wail or scream or to shout.
My Lord, I don't know that, but the person who was interviewed said what he had, and that's what I translated exactly.
My point is away from what they say. I'm asking you as an employer. If you were in the parking there, you hear me here. You crying, wailing, or whatever. What would you hear me when I'm crying when you're in the parking lot?
It is very possible depending on the positioning and where you are and where the house is. I would hear it's very possible.
So when you see page 33 to 34, look at that page. Page 34, 33 to 34. When you read in the middle there. No, it starts at 33. In the middle, from up 133, let's begin with 33. 1, 2, 3, 4. 31. Let's start from 31 before we go to 33. Yes. Page 31. Line 1, 2, 3. So let's do 31. I was forced to open the door of the bathroom. Imagine now talks about going to another bedroom where somebody was showering, correct? Just keep saying
Yes,
yes.
my Lord.
The record is captured.
Yes, my Lord.
And told her to come out. Then she came out and put on a towel and ran up to this door. She found the same thing that they were fighting. And the woman was crying loudly. But we were hearing like a person being beaten. So, would I be right to say that this crying loudly would also mean screaming? Or I'm still using kuchu? Would I be right in English to say this means screaming? Crying loudly? Would that
be right?
I would be right.
Yes.
And then it ends by saying Kayeje knocked and they stopped fighting. So then the third round of fighting, which is at page 35. 35, last day, this is my last question. So Amanyire count the lines from up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, before we know that.
So that's on
Page 35, my Lord. And I'm ending there, my Lord. Page 35, my Lord. When you start with that line, it starts by, just the first line now. It starts by knocked. After knocking, then the man asked. Then you start to quote. Who are you? What do you want? So the man is the one asking. What do you want? Kayeje feared to say her name and lied that, open quotes, I am mother. Would I be right to say that at this point in time, the man is speaking and is in full control of the room?
My Lord, is that a fair question
It's
to
not
this
my
witness?
responsibility to know.
Again,
I was not supposed to go to that.
Again, my colleague is volunteering the answer.
No.
The witness can say, I don't know.
What was the point of asking
For
it?
this witness.
It's not related to that.
What is the translation? She can't know, she cannot.
Sure.
Don't ask her to speculate on something that is way outside. She wasn't. She's transcribing from what Amanile allegedly said.
Let me take your guidance and move to the next question. Thank you, my lord. Okay, lastly, you go to the needle there. 1, 2, 3,
Page 35.
page 35, yes. 1 from up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9. Page 9, we told them, please hurry. At that time again, after 5 minutes, they resumed fighting again. That's what my saying. And I was still hearing the woman crying like someone was beating her. This time around, myself, I ran and locked the door and used a lot of force that they stopped. So here Amanile is saying that he went to lock the door and that's when the beating stopped. Correct?
Yes, according to his voice, according to what I translated.
Yes. No further questions from me, my lord. My senior colleague.
Yes, my lord.
Rising out of the cross-examination of my learned friend, would I be right to suggest that perhaps only have working knowledge of English and oral, and not very conversant in either of the two? Yes?
That's not true, my lord.
Can we have exhibit 7A? You recall receiving that letter? Do you?
Yes, my lord.
Right. I want you to go to the third paragraph from the bottom. 47A. Are you there?
Yes, my lord.
Can you read it?
Find attached. Is that the one?
Third paragraph from the bottom.
Find attached flash discs containing the video recordings of Amanile George, marked AG1, for transcription and interpretation from Uganda to English.
Right. Do you have interpretation and transcription from Uganda to English?
I don't have it, my lord. And the reason I don't have,
Please.
okay.
You have answered my question. You can go to my lord, can you have? 51. Go back to that link. 51. That's the letter from UBC wanting to police what you have done,
Yes, my lord.
right?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Can you read the third line from the bottom?
Kindly receive the attached transcribed and translated copies as requested.
Now, did you or what? The translation, Uganda, Uganda English, which you say you don't have.
No, my lord.
So this letter is not entirely correct. That letter. Yes?
Yes, my lord.
Thank you.
But I need to explain.
You explain the letter.
Yes.
So you can put away the letter. Let's go to what you did. In this transcription, right? Who were the people in it?
The police officers,
Who?
I can't recall right now.
You like to refresh yourself? Because you sat with them, you viewed the video with them. So
My
what
lord,
are
I
they?
didn't sit with anyone involved in this interview. I didn't.
I'm not talking about the interview. I'm talking about the video. You sat with them, did you not?
Sitting with the video, people in the video,
Did you sit with the police officers?
I did sat with the police officer that wrote the letter.
Fine. And you saw the video with them.
Yes, my lord.
Who are they?
I don't remember, my lord.
So in this transcription, who was interrogating Amanyeli?
A police officer from Jinja Road Police Station.
Yes, who?
ASP Bibian Akong.
Yana Kongo. Did you know her before?
I don't need to know her.
Did you know her before?
I didn't know her.
Now this, is it your evidence that you reviewed what Arad had done?
Yes, my lord.
You approved it?
Yes, my lord.
Is there anything to show your approval on what you did, that transcription?
The cover letter.
Hmm?
The cover letter. There's my signature.
Yes. Does it say that you approved the transcription?
Yes, because
That's
it's,
it. Does it say that you approve the transcription.
On the other hand,
Please,
if you read,
Samantha, I'm asking you this very simple question, right? You said you are very conversant in English language. Does it say you approve the transcription?
yes, sir. Yes, my lord.
Can you show where it says you, Samantha, approved the transcription done by Arai?
Kindly receive the attached transcribed and translated copies as requested, and I appended my signature.
So, does that say that the transcription was approved by you as done by Arai?
Yes, my lord.
In the request letter, we are asked to file out a transcription and interpretation. Right?
Yes, my lord.
Amanyire was being asked questions.
Yes, my lord.
Did he, from the transcription, disclose who his boss, who his bosses are, or what you did?
Yes, he disclosed.
Who are they?
Mr. Katanga and Mrs. Mori Katanga.
I want you to go to page 11. As Amanyire at page 11 indicate that Henry Katanga, Mori Katanga had evening tea together.
Yes, my lord.
And that they were conversing
Yes, my lord.
peacefully
Yes, my lord.
without any quarrel.
Yes, my lord.
And thereafter they went to the bedroom. Yes?
That's what I translated and
Yes.
transcribed exactly. So
Right.
as to me, I don't know why it is taking that far.
Fine. Thank you. So what you had and saw in the video, Henry Katanga, Mori Katanga went to their bedroom.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, where is that?
They said yes.
According to the transcription.
According to the transcription. Yes.
Though they went to the bedroom at different times.
Yes.
They didn't go to the bedroom together. No.
page 11. 25 rather. On that page, what you wrote in bold. Yeah. You see? Yeah.
Yes, my lord.
I want you to go there.
The bold one,
Yes.
I read.
Yes, okay, you can read it.
It took like 5 to 4 minutes around there because I was not looking at my phone. I was not looking at the phone to see the time, but that is the time I spent listening in that bedroom because when I'm down here, I can hear what happens in that bedroom. Even when I'm cold or there's anything I hear. So I heard someone crying, but as if some people were fighting, but I noted a female voice crying.
So Daniel is saying
Yes, my lord.
you heard a female voice from the bedroom crying. Don't shake your head, answer.
Yes, my lord.
And this appeared like people were fighting.
According to him.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, my lord.
And he goes on to say that the voice was very loud. It was crying.
Yes, my lord.
Can you go to page 26? Maybe you can start from 25. At the bottom there. One, see that? Page 25.
Yes, I'm on page 25. Where exactly, my lord?
The two lines from the bottom.
From the bottom.
From the door in the door.
Konka bulijjo balwana. Do they often fight?
Yes. Next page.
Takabavuga kintu okulwana kyona.
That was Daniel now answered.
Yes, please, according to the script.
Yes.
Yes.
What does he say?
Takavuga nyombo yona obwire obumazire nabo.
Yes. English.
There has never been anything like fighting, not even a quarrel, for the time I have been here.
And he say how many years have been with them?
Omazire hane myaka. How many years have you been here? Omazire hane myaka 6.
So Wanyere is saying that for the 6 years, he has never seen or heard them quarrel or fight.
Yes, my lord.
Can you go to the next page, 37? See what he put in bold?
Yes, my
Are
lord.
you ready?
I have been here for 6 years. When I heard a woman crying and hearing like someone who was being beaten with a stick and sounding and a woman crying, I ran very fast. Here was locked.
then he says, a man asked, who are you? What do you want? Right?
Yes, my lord.
You saw that on the video.
Yes, my lord.
Amanyere demonstrated that voice was being very aggressive.
Yes, my lord.
Where is that, my lord?
The video, please.
No. You are not just being so easy.
You will clarify.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, still understand.
This is a court of record.
I
Mr.
understand.
Kabeka.
Please, please.
Can I raise my objection?
No.
Mr.
Can I raise my
Mr.
objection?
Let's first hear from what I say.
Please.
You asked whether the voice was aggressive, and then he objected.
No, she answered.
She answered.
Yes.
Yeah, but you see,
Then the objection is to the answer, my lord.
The question was,
let's hear Mr. Mo. You asked, and then he seemed to have a problem.
After we got the
my
answer.
lord,
He doesn't have to object.
He actually has a problem with the answer.
let
not
him
the
keep
question.
his peace, my lord.
No,
Until I finish.
Because he objected, let us hear his objections. You asked a question, he objected. Unfortunately, the objection came after the answer. But let's hear him.
Have you taken the answer, my lord? Yes, the answer has to be taken, my lord. Maybe listen to his objection.
But the objection was in relation to the question.
The answer.
So the question,
The answer.
no, you don't have time to ask, to raise his
It was
objection.
the answer.
Before he, no,
It's the record now.
before he raised his objection, the
We're
question,
going to
I'm
take
saying,
the answer, but the answer is
Mr. Mosan, let's hear him.
My lord, the basis for my objection is that I don't seem to find what Mr. Kabeka is soliciting from the transcription. I have read it. I'm struggling to find where this witness transcribed that the voice was aggressive. I watched the video. I have not found where it is indicated that the voice was aggressive. So I am.
Which is what he's doing.
You watched the video, did you not?
I did, my lord.
And you saw that part where Amanyere says that Kayenje went to the door and you knocked.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
And after knocking, then the man asked, who are you? What do you want?
I transcribed and translated that exactly. I don't
Please,
transcribe expressions.
please,
This was
please,
You're
don't
being late.
volunteer answers as a result of being.
No, my lord. No, my lord.
More than a question.
All right. Right. Can you go to page 42 of the transcription? that page, Amanyere was saying that he was hearing somebody crying, being beaten, and calling for help. Correct?
My lord, where are you?
Correct.
Page 42,
Yes.
Which line?
from the bold, somewhere from the bold.
He was not calling for, she was not calling for help, according to this translation.
Ah, okay. But I was only hearing someone being whipped.
Yes, my lord.
And what does he say he suspected that was being used?
According to that translation and transcription, he suspected whips.
Go on.
Should I read the whole thing?
Yes, it is.
She was simply crying like someone being beaten, but not calling for help or do this or calling any name for help. She only was crying, only hearing whips, and I was suspecting because the sticks are there in Goni. Then I was suspecting someone used those sticks to beat her.
He was suspecting that the lady was being beaten with the Nkoni.
Amanyere suspected.
Yes. Yes?
Yes, my lord.
My lord is the Nkoni is the one.
But it is what is
Fine.
here.
Come on. Is it Nkoni is the one? Brought by the Constitution. About 5. By identifications. My lord, you need to Sorry?
You'd like to look at it?
No, my lord, the court, you. You may wish us to look at it.
Look at it now.
No, even now.
I don't actually, when you look at the video, they are shown in the corner where they are. And yet it's going. At page 44, right? The ball. What does Amanyere say?
Yes. I read what Amanyere said
That's what
on 44.
Yes.
Engeri covered Hansi,
In English.
the English one. Of course, she raised her voice because I was downstairs. She didn't know where I was. I came running towards the bedroom. But when I reached, I saw a trail of blood from the room towards another room. And I heard her calling me again, but with a low voice this time. When I followed the blood, it was going up to the bathroom. That's where she was. I found her seated, but with a lot of blood oozing from her head.
So the trail of blood according to Pamanyire flowing from the bedroom to the bathroom.
Yes, my lord.
And when he told her, blood was oozing from her head. Correct?
Yes, my lord.
In fact, from page 46, 47, 48, and confirm that Amanyire said this lady had blood all over her body.
Address,
Correct?
what pages?
46,
46, 48.
46, my lord. Bottom, 47, 48. Can you confirm that?
Yes, my lord.
Hmm?
There are 46, 47, and 48. George Amanyire was giving a narration of how he found the scene.
How did what?
He found the scene, how he looked at the scene.
And found the lady, body,
In the bathroom.
blood all over her body.
Yes.
My lord, that is where I have a problem. My lord, ordinarily, I know that in cross-examination you can ask anything. But we should also be mindful of the record of court, depending on the witness that court is dealing with. If you're dealing with a transcriber, my lord, a transcriber cannot say more than what she wrote on record. So it is our humble opinion that it is wrong, even in cross-examination, to try and push and ask a witness to confirm things beyond what is in ink and paper, simply by asking a witness to say yes or tricking a witness to confirm. My lord, that would be wrong. It would be vulgarizing the record. We can only concede, my lord, where the defense is in position to say you interpreted it like this and it is there. It is wrong to generally ask a witness to confirm things as if she's an eyewitness. My lord, this is a transcriber. We object to the manner in which Mr. Katanga is abusing evidence from her. It is wrong.
The name Mori is not in the transcript.
It is wrong.
So, where Mori is
Should not say so.
where Mori is placed, I will put the lady.
Confirm.
No, but not in this 45, 46, and not 46, 47, and 48. So what I have recorded is that from pages 46 to 48, Amanyire narrated how he found the scene and found the lady in the bathroom with blood all over her body. Because in page 46 to 48, we don't see the name Mori.
Now, this is the name.
Yes, my lord.
From the narration that was given, that is being given by Amanyire, right? Which you watched from the beginning up to the end, and for which you did transcription.
Yes, my lord.
Who is the lady whom he talks about? Who is the lady Amanyire talks about?
My lord, in what context? Mr. Katanga, you will be annoyed. No, my lord, I'm okay with Mr. Katanga being irritated by my objections, but they are legitimate. They are very, very legitimate, my lord, and I would not be objecting if my land brother was doing the right thing.
My lord, I have an objection to this style. My lord, I'm sorry to go on record to this, but I have noted that what we are seeing is an attempt to volunteer answers, to tell the witness when to dodge, to tell the witness when to obfuscate, hiding under objections. I think the question is very clear. My lord, this is not a page by page. This is not a page by page exercise. At page 43, my lord, at page 43.
Just a moment. You say it's not a page to page, but if you leave the witness and say, from pages 46 to 48.
Yes.
That is page.
My lord, the context, this starts earlier. The witness, for example, tells them that when he says woman boss, he's referring to Molly. When he says man boss, he's referring to Henry. At page 43, my lord, he says, the woman boss was calling me upstairs. He then continues with the woman. I know the prosecution doesn't want to know that Mrs. Katanga was tortured, but it is a fact that is appearing in these
pages 46 to 48. We didn't see that name, and what I have
page 43, my lord.
Is we are now on page 46.
But my lord,
you go to page 43 and let us have the record. Will you bring up what you see?
But my lord, what I'm objecting to though is the tactic of suggesting answers in the form of objections.
No.
It is a clear tactic.
The objection to what was in page 46 to 48 is not in no way suggesting answers.
No, my lord, what they're telling the witnesses to say, I don't know, I am not there, whatever. His objection is a Trojan horse of an answer.
You are taking us to page 14.
My lord,
We need another one.
in this,
I don't even know if it's
my lord, in this transcription, Amanyile,
In page? Page 43.
why not 43, my lord? Amanyile gave what he meant by his bosses. Then get to the page.
Page 5.
Page 5, my lord. Page 5. Manila is beginning when they ask him when the horses are. God says in the Katanga and Mol Katanga. We both speak here. And throughout this transcription, my lord, Amanyile does not talk about any other lady being injured or any other person other than the two in the bedroom. And he has told us this is where the crying, the beating was coming from. He says, I was downstairs when I heard woman boss calling me from upstairs. She called me by name. 28. 28 it says, when I use the name boss, I mean my male boss, then I call Madam, meaning my female boss, Madam. What? Then I have to start my road. First line on that page. So I told her, bosses are fighting. I will come and will rescue the situation. Up on that page, 31, says Kayende was like taking long, telling me that let her take a shower first. I was supposed to open the door of the bathroom and told her to come out, and then she came out and put a towel and ran upstairs this door. She found out the same thing they were fighting. The woman was crying loudly, but we are hearing like a person being beaten. So my Lord, there is no other person in this hospital being referred to other than Molly and her husband. Right. Samantha?
Yes, ma'am.
My Lord, we thought that our colleague is laying a background to justify his line of cross-examination so that we can have an address to court as to why we are objecting to his line of cross-examination. Because, my Lord, if this is not settled, we will keep spending a lot of court's time on the same matter. So we thought he's doing that, but if it's done, then we request to address court as to why we are objecting to his manner of cross-examination.
My Lord, that being the case, it is apparent from this record that the person injured, Molly, the male boss, doing the beating. These have already been identified by Amanya. My Lord, throughout this conscription, there is no other individual talked about that was injured other than one. And see. So, my Lord, I'm at liberty to quote whatever question I found logical. My line of cross-examination, having watched the video, and having read through the transcription. My Lord, I'm at liberty to pose any question give me an answer. In fact, my Lord, I can only be restricted to putting a question which is not relevant. It requires made an objection. Fortunately, he did not cite any objection in evidence that bars me from taking the right of examination of the state. So my Lord, my humble prayer is that I be allowed to continue with my question, and that the question which I posed, which the witness able to answer, be recorded. Thank you.
My Lord, the position of Mr. Katanga, if we understood it well, is justifying